Hey guys, David Pingree out here at Milestone Raceway today with a 2002 Yamaha 250. And these YZ bikes during that era were kind of the gold standard. This is back when they were really the best bike you could get as far as two-strokes went. And a lot of people like the feel of this steel frame better than the aluminum they went to. Just a little more flex in it, a little more forgiving, a little bit cushier feel. And so we found this on Craigslist. Jay Clark found this for $1,000. It was blown up, didn't run. Would maybe be a little bit more than what he'd like to pay, but he wanted to bring it back to life. So picked it up for $1,000. The forks were actually shot internally. There was something broken and they couldn't be repaired. So he bought a pair of forks that he found on eBay off of an 06. And he gave those to Factory Connection along with the shock. They went through it and valved it. It's actually set up for another guy, but close enough for me. We got the sag numbers right and it was fine. And then basically the whole thing had to be rebuilt. And I told Jay to try to keep track of what you spend on this. I want to see what this costs the average guy if he was to go do this, somebody that's looking into building an old project like this. So let's go through what we did first and I'll get into that. But the engine had to be completely rebuilt. Something this old that's blown up, obviously, you got to go through everything. So these wrench rabbit kits are an awesome solution to that. They come with, you know, the crank, the whole bottom end, basically, the whole motor. It basically redoes everything. Millennium replated the cylinder, comes with a Vertex piston, comes with everything you need to rebuild the motor, top and bottom. And so it's solid. All the gaskets, everything. It's all in one kit. Once we had the motor set up, he left it completely stock. We wanted it to be reliable. We wanted it to be fun and really kind of remind us of what these things felt like stock back then. So FMF pipe and silencer and a V-force reed block, which is, you know, doesn't obviously affect your reliability. You can run pump gas. Just gives you a little bit extra all around the whole power band. So that's the engine. We left it pretty much stock. Factory Connection took the suspension, went through and serviced it. There was a lot of shims and basically everything needed to be replaced inside of it. They sprung it and valved it for us, freshened it all up. And then the frame, obviously this came down to the very bare frame. San Diego powder coating took care of this. They did a really cool blue. It was kind of similar to what the factory Yamahas were in that day. It's kind of got like a metallic to it. Really cool looking. Those guys did an awesome job. If you're looking for someone to do that, San Diego powder coating does a lot of our project bikes. They do an awesome job. And then Polysport gave us an updated plastic kit. This is, I love when you just go with all one color. I hate the white side plates or black. It's like, it's a Yamaha, make it blue. So all blue, updated styling kit. And it's tough to find these tanks. We go back to the same place every time. If you're looking to either change the color or like this one was all faded and scratched, it was like faded to a light blue. Clark Manufacturing will produce any tank, oversized or stock, in a multitude of colors. These guys are awesome. ClarkMFG.com, I believe, is their website. Just Google Clark Manufacturing fuel tanks. They'll come up. So that's who we went to for this. We've done that before. They were great. Decal Work set up our graphics. Got our new Racer X logo on here. I think they came out looking really sharp, and you know, Moto Seat matched a seat cover to it. Renthal handlebars, grips, a lot of Works Connection stuff on here. The blue to match. We also went to ICW to brace up these radiators a little bit. Scar foot pegs. Some of that bling you didn't need, but we wanted to make it look nice. A full Tusk wheel set. It comes with rotors and everything. The Tusk Impact wheel set is a really good, if you need to replace wheels, check those guys out. It's a pretty economical way to go, and they're pretty sturdy. If you're racing Supercross, might not last you as long as you want, but any kind of average motocross guy, these things are great. I've ridden for seasons on them and never had any issues, so I got nothing but good things to say. Super Sprowtz chain and sprocket on here to kind of polish that off, and that was it. So on the track, right away, very, very responsive, super fun to ride, and the thing that kind of struck me was that I could really feel the flex in the frame. Just places where on an aluminum frame you'd get kind of a harsh little moment or feeling. Man, this thing just didn't have it. You could actually feel it giving a little bit whether that was landing into turns. The dirt was really sticky today. We had some rain. And so you could just feel it kind of giving with you and working with you a little bit. And it was fun. It was really fun to ride. Typical stock engine, so really good response, great pull. And then up top, it would flatten off just a touch. That's a stock 252 stroke. I mean, to get that, you need to go ignition, race fuel, high compression head. We didn't want to do that. So for what it is, it runs awesome. I mean, I had a blast out there. This is such a fun bike. And basically, when I went over it with Jay, hey, what does this cost to do? He paid $1,000 for it. By the time you do the wrench rabbit kit, you're going to have to get the suspension redone. You certainly don't need all of the bling that we did, but we're shooting a video and showing you guys a bike. We want to make it look nice. But you could get this thing back to performance-wise in good shape for probably $3 to $4 grand is what we estimated. Now, if you go to sell it, that's all you're going to probably be able to get out of it. It's not like you can, put that money and time and effort into it and sell it for $6. It's just probably not going to happen. People aren't going to pay that. So it's a little bit of a labor of love, but I'll tell you the payoff's out on the track because it's such a fun bike. People are they want to come over and look at this thing. Oh man, what year is that? Oh, I love those steel frames. Oh, they'll tell you a Chad Reed story about something they watched him do or whatever it is. So that's what's cool about taking a bike like this, bringing it back to life. It's like stepping back in time a little bit, and I'll tell you what, really fun to ride. You will have as much fun or more riding this than you will any kind of modern bike. If you're trying to go race in a 450 class, you're not going to get a lot of hole shots, but you'll be out there with the biggest smile on your face. So thank you to all the companies involved in this build. It was really fun, really fun to ride. Thanks to Jay Clark. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you on the next garage build.